Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle, and today I thought I'd do a chit chat get ready with me using project pan items and everyday makeup basket items. So let's just get started. First, I'm going to moisturize with the Lala Retro whipped cream by Drunk Elephant, and I think this is just an everyday makeup item. I don't believe this is in a project pan, but I have Hip Pan. It's the moisturizer that I use every day, but it's sticking. You don't need a lot. I just dipped in once and that's enough for my whole face. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. Now that my moisturizer is applied, I'm gonna apply my eye cream. So this is the SK2 RNA Power Radical New Age. It's just an under eye cream. Have Hip Pan on it. There's only that much left. So I'm applying this like moisturizer. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm gonna apply this under my under eye. A little bit onto my eyelid, because you know we don't want wrinkly eyelids. Now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. And this is the Mario Badescu Aloe and Herbs Rose Water. It's just a toner facial spray. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna do our brows. My brow wiz has a tiny obscure amount that I'm scared I'm gonna run out while applying it to my brows, because it's like the tiniest of like that little bit. So I have another Anastasia brow pencil. This is the brow definer in the shade Granite. So I'm gonna use this to do my brows today, and on another day when I'm home and like not filming and stuff, like I can just use the brow wiz and then use this if I to like finish off the brow. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this new one. This will be part of my everyday makeup basket, and if I decide to add it to a project pan, then I will. I'm gonna grab a mirror and go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna leave it there with that brow. I'll blend it out in a minute. So that's where we are with the brows. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this one out. I really prefer the Anastasia brow wiz over the brow definer. You can just get a more precise look. And this one, I find the colors a lot darker than the Granite and the brow wiz. So I was gonna set them with some Benefit what is it called? The Benefit Gimme Brow, but I feel like this is really dark and I don't want to add color to it, so I'm just gonna leave the brows the way they are, and yeah, let's just roll with the rest of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and prime with the Pores No More Luminizer primer by Dr. Brandt, and that is what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my face. And I just like to put this everywhere. and this is in my project pan. I don't even know which one, but I don't remember, but down to there. So it's going every single day. I'm going to apply lip balm. This is the BKR Paris lip balm, and this is an everyday makeup item. It's not in a project pan. Oh, my hands are slippery, I can't get it open. And that's what that looks like. So now that I got my lip balm on and the primer is sinking in, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids. For that, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have mine in the shade Vanilla. I'm gonna go ahead and just slap this on my eyeballs and a little bit under my brow to like carve my eyebrows as well as prime my lids all at the same time. I'm going to use my beauty blender and some Mario Badescu spray to so that's where we are with the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and set them. For that, I have some Laura Mercier in this little Too Faced pot. There's powder there. I'm just gonna grab this e.l.f. tapered brush and scrub a little bit and go ahead and set my lids. Kind of prepping for eyeshadow. And grabbing a little bit more, tapping off the excess. And this powder is just in my everyday makeup basket, but it's not part of a project pan. Or is it? No, it's not. I used up some other powders that I had in here, which is the Too Faced one and some Maybelline ones, and I believe one Laura Mercier one in there. And I used all that up, and now I refilled it with some Laura Mercier powder, so that is not in a project pan. It's just in my everyday makeup basket. So now that my primer has sunken in, I'm going to go in with the second primer, which is the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer, and I only have a tiny little bit left that's here at the bottom that I don't even think the brush can reach, but there's a little tiny bit here at the top, so I'm just gonna grab what's left. And I think this should be done in the month of February, and I won't be using this for March hopefully, and it'll be out of one of my project pans. So I'm just gonna blend this in with my beauty blender, like really pushing it in. I usually go in with my hand, but I find this helps push it into the pores quite nicely. So I'm just going to do that today. It's going to help my foundation glide on a lot better. So now it's time for eyeshadow, and I'm using my 2019 Panda palette, which is the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. And for today's look, I'm going to go into Nudist and Peach Buff, which are these two colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and pop it into the crease. So let me just tap off the excess and just start going in. And this is just going to be a starting point. And we're going to layer some other shadows on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye. And it's just gonna give us a nice pink blush. Yeah, I was kind of, for January, I kind of focused on my ABH Soft Glam, and I only got like one shadow out since then. I'm gonna use this maybe 3 times in the month of January, but for like a nice blue look, and then I did a pink look similar to this, and then maybe 2 brown looks or something, like a neutral look, maybe twice. So I used this about maybe 4 times last month. So for February, I want to focus in on this. This is like the 3rd time I'm using it for the month of February, and we're like 2 days away from Valentine's Day. So yeah, 3 times into a week and a half, 2 weeks is not much, but it's a starting point. And it's just makeup, but I do want to try to work on this a little bit more. So now that I have that pink put down, I'm gonna go in with this darker shade right here, this red tone shade called Sangria. I'm using the same brush. I'm just gonna do the same technique I just did and just like blow it in. Disperse this all over my eye. And we're gonna build that color up. I'm just gonna go into Sangria again and just kind of push that into my outer corner and then blend it in. And I'm happy with it about right there, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do that to the other side. I wore this look the other day, but just more intensely. But today I just have a doctor's appointment, nothing too serious. So I think we're gonna keep it right there and go in with our lid shades. I said it with the S because it's gonna be more than one shade. So starting off with my Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in the shade Amethyst. That's all I have left, and I have this in a project, so I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on my eyeballs. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, Janelle, you're doing a pinkish red look. Why would you slap on a gray purpley shade that doesn't match with this look? Well, my friend, let me tell you something. I'm gonna layer a crap ton of shadows on this, and you're not even gonna be able to tell that there's like a grayish purple shade underneath. So we're gonna start there, just so I get used on this. And with a flat brush, I'm going to go in with my MAC Nylon shade because I do need to get used on that too. So we'll go ahead and slap that on our eyeballs as well. And this is gonna give it more of a silvery look, which you're probably thinking that still doesn't go with the look, you know. Don't worry, there's more shadows to come. I'm not being very precise with this either, just like covering up the purpley shade. I'm gonna clean off my brush and go ahead and highlight. underneath my brow bone with the MAC Nylon shade. So going underneath my brow like that. I feel like the other brow bone's a little stronger, so just going to focus it right there and then blend it that way. So that's where we are with that. And then here's that MAC Nylon I was talking about. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. I'm trying to show you that I have quite a dip on it because I've been finding ways to use it, like toning down shadows like I just did here. And I kind of like to work on like 2 shadows other than my Pan That palette at a time for a few months, and then I switch off once I like hit pan or something. And I have 2 shadows that are in my Cupid's Bow project pan that's over in 2 days from when I'm filming this. So I kind of like, it's like a project pan that's like in my head that I'm not like publicly doing, but I'm gonna add these 2 shades in. So this is from the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe Volume 1. So I'm gonna go in with this. It's like a pinky champagne color. So I'm just going to top that off like that. Just so that I'm gonna use on all my shadows. Like I said, ooh, my foundation just got knocked over. So that is what we're looking like, kind of crazy, but the look's gonna come together, trust me. Okay, so now going back into my Natasha Denona Tropic palette, we're gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Gusty, which was in a project pan. I got a good dip going on it, but we're not quite there yet. So I'm gonna start building this up. I might speed through this because I have to cover up that gray, so it's gonna take a few layers. So that's what I'm gonna do here. As soon as I stop talking, I'll go ahead and just put this on mute and speed through it. So now that our lids are looking kind of pinky-ish, I mean, it looks pretty much like this red pinky shade. So I'm gonna go back in with that sangria shade, which is this one right here. I'm gonna go back in with that shade to kind of establish a crease again, because I feel like the shimmers went pretty high up. So you kind of want to make that distinct line between the 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it like about right there, and then kind of blend it out with those 2 pink shades. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye. Sorry if this video is gonna be like a million minutes long, but you know, chit chat right with me, right? I just want to talk about my project pan items, show you how I use them, all that good stuff. So yeah. So let me add a little bit more on this side. Okay, I feel like this one's kind of high, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with those 2 pink shades right here, which the top one's Peach Buff and then the bottom one's called Nudist. And then kind of lightly blend the edges here like this. I'm doing this all with the same brush. I just clean it off on my sweatpants as I go. This is just a chill video. I mean, I'm not gonna have like a million different brushes just to show you how to do a look. I don't know. I'm chilling, just have my sweatshirt on with no bra. This is just a tank top. I mean, that's the type of person that I am, so if you don't like it enough to be like politically correct and stuff, then I have the channel for you. So that is what we're looking at. Nice pinky shadow look. So now going to clean up under my under eye, and we can go in with foundation. And for that, I'm using these Equate grapefruit makeup wipes. I'm low on makeup wipes, so probably need to place an order on Sephora because I don't think I'll be going to Walmart anytime soon to pick these up. So I'm just gonna clean up under my under eye. Which is like fallout glitter. That's okay. Over the foundation, you can't even tell. I'm just gonna leave it right there and kind of speed through my foundation. This is the Born This Way Undetectable foundation, and I'm about right there. This is this in a project pan? I feel like it is. If not, it's just my everyday makeup foundation, and I'm gonna go ahead and just speed through this part. So once I have my foundation on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have my in the shade Vanilla. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my under eyes. And I believe this is in 2 different projects. So I'm gonna just apply that to my face. Kind of went a little heavy because I didn't apply too much foundation. I feel like you can kind of see through my skin a little bit, so just give it a little bit more extra coverage without going too cakey. This concealer is pretty lightweight, so I'm very hydrating, so I do appreciate that. Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that Laura Mercier powder and dip my beauty blender in and just set my under eyes. And it still smells like peach. I'm just setting where I get a little greasy. A little bit over my cheeks so I can apply some bronzer. While my under eye kind of bakes a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara. I'm going to be using, actually, I'm going with eyeliner first because I want to apply falsies. So I'm going to use the Tripper ink liner by Kat Von D. I know she's controversial, I've heard it all, but I have this in my collection, might as well use it. It's already been manufactured, used, and bought, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply a wing. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this part, but yeah, let's do this. Okay, so my camera cut off because my mom called me to pick up my dad. Currently visiting at my mother's house right now, so I applied the eyeliner as best as I could, like not the greatest application. Went ahead and put on a tiny bit of mascara, and now I will apply some falsies. And I will be using the Allure Vegas Name Grand Glamour. These are like my favorite lashes, pretty affordable. I buy mine at Ulta. They're kind of dirty looking, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply those. And I have a new eyelash glue. It hasn't been open, but I always use this one. I go back to this brand all the time because it's the best one that works for me. It's the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive and Clear. This is latex free and it has aloe. So that's what the one looks like. And my empties will see the funky looking one that I'll show you at the end of February. This is what the one looks like. I got mine from Influencer, but that's not the way I'm talking about it. I'm letting you know about it because I love it. And I think I just lost an eyelash. Let me go find it. So here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and oh my god, I'm dropping everything. I'm gonna apply my glue to my lashes, and then I'm going to apply it to my eyeballs. So I'm gonna give that 30 seconds to dry while I pick up everything that I just dropped. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the baggage because it looks like I'm gonna get it so crusty. Let me grab my makeup brush for that. I'm just gonna use that same e.l.f. tapered brush that I use for setting my eyelids. And I'm just going to buff that away. Just buffing away everywhere that I put it. So that's my skin. It looks smooth. I mean, I do have a lot of fine lines, so that's normal. For far away, I like the way that it's looking. And now I will apply bronzer. I have my Hoola Little Baby Bronzer here with me. And for that, I'm going to use this fluffy brush by Morphe. This is the M527. I'm just going to use my Hoola. And I didn't bring a tiny little brush to do my nose, so I'm just gonna do it with this brush right here. I'm gonna just go along the edges with whatever product is left on the brush. To kind of shape and define my nose. Sorry. Just a little slight contouring on my nose, nothing drastic. Still looks kind of fat. But whatever, I love myself, I love my fat nose. Have the bronzer. So I've lost my Panda palette blush. Hopefully I find it. I don't know where the heck it's at, but for now I'm gonna use the highlighter as my blush. So I got my Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I'm gonna use the shade Kitty Cat as my blush today. And for that I'm just gonna use this Precision Foundation 660 Luxie brush. It's flat like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face to be able to apply it. And this just makes your highlight look like bam good. Oh, I forgot about my eyelashes. It's been probably a long minute. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my eyelashes. Okay, so just going to adjust the mirror. Okay. Let me use my mirror and not talk. Okay, let me get my mirror out. So the glue kind of dried, so they look a little wonky, but my lashes are on, so whatever. I'm going to go ahead and apply the blush. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to my cupid's bow and my chin, and a little bit right here by my brows. And then I think I'm gonna go in with my Amrezy highlighter, which is also in my project pan. So here's the Amrezy highlighter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wet my face to apply this again. And I just do this to like mesh everything in and make sure nothing looks powdery at all. So here we go. Just using the same brush. And I'm just gonna apply this just to the top of my cheekbones, not so far down like I did the other highlighter. Just right there. And then a little bit on top of my brows. Over my cupid's bow again and my chin, and then I'm gonna apply that to my nose, and then on the tip, and then maybe to my inner corner right here. So now we just have to do lips. Do anything crazy. I got this in a Sephora Play and it doesn't have much product in it, so I would like to pan this. This isn't currently in any project, but I thought I'd just use it up anyways. And then I've been wearing my lip products that are in projects a little too much, and just like a nude lip or whatever. So this is more rosy toned. So I'm just gonna put this over my lip balm. I'll tell you the name right now. That's the color, and it's in the color Glaze or Glace, I don't know. That's by Bite Beauty if I didn't say that already. And then I'm gonna go over the top of it with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is the universal shade in Fenty Glow, and just amp it up. And go to my face real quick. So yeah, that's the look, and I hope you enjoyed seeing me use a lot of Project Pan items and some, oh my god, my hair, everyday makeup items I need to brush up. But yeah, that's all I have to say, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.